Hello and welcome to Money Life. This is Sucheta Dalal. This week we talk about something different: spamming, or being bombarded with messages on your phone, either through telecallers or messages. Now, as we know, many of these messages tempt us to click. If they're just promotional, if they're offering you freebies, you can say, don't be greedy and ignore it. But what if you get a message with your name on it saying that you have forgotten to make a payment? Doesn't it cause stress and anxiety? This is exactly what happened to lakhs of people last week. In fact, exactly 3 days ago, on 6th April, when they were bombarded with repeated messages reminding them about payments to be made to Dhani, which is a lending app belonging to the Indiabulls group. Now, each of these messages specifically named the person. So if it was coming to me, it said, Sucheta, payment reminder, please make your pending payment. Okay, pending payment. This assumes that I have a loan and I have not made a payment in time and I'm getting the first reminder. Now, those who have had borrowings from Dhani obviously were a little perturbed that they're getting reminders when they've made payments. Those who hadn't paid probably just thought it's a regular reminder. But the vast majority who had absolutely nothing to do with either Dhani or Indiabulls or hadn't even heard of it were shocked, and with good reason, because today if you get a message telling you that you have a borrowing, it's not something that you keep quiet about, because it affects your credit score. When it affects your credit score, it affects your borrowing ability. Understanding, looking at credit scores and monitoring them is a relatively new thing to India. In fact, most people wake up to the gravity only when they have been refused a loan. But today, people are beginning to understand what it means. So the first thing that happens when you are given a payment reminder is the anxiety that someone has misused your data, misused your identity, borrowed in your name, or there is a mistake which for no fault of yours is going to affect your credit score and which requires humongous amounts of work and diligent follow-up to take care of and get rid of. It's not easy. Ask us. We run Money Life Foundation, not-for-profit organization. We help people and we know how difficult it is. Now, there's also the links that are used by fraudsters. So they would send you a link like a clickbait, tempt you to click on it, and probably it's a phishing attack which will take away your money. Sometimes it pretends to be from a lender. In fact, these worries are very legitimate. In fact, Paytm has gone to court talking about how the Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, or TRAI, ought to take action and has not been taking it in order to prevent these fraudulent spamsters from faking and pretending that they are legitimate lenders and fooling people. So when people lose money because of a fake app that pretends to be Paytm and actually rids you of your money, asks you for your OTP, then it creates a negative sentiment against that lender. So Paytm had gone to court, and under court orders which were issued in February, TRAI was told to ensure that regulations that it had passed 2 years ago are strictly implemented to prevent spamming, to stop the harassment of people like us, and to ensure that if you are on a do not disturb list, then you don't get harassed. Now, the history of this goes back several years. When TRAI was set up, soon afterwards, all of us are victims to spamming. So based on consumer complaints, TRAI created a do not disturb registry, D&D, and telemarketers and those who send bulk SMSs were told anyone on the D&D has to be removed from your marketing and promotional lists. You have to take care to scrub the data. That's the word they use. Run it across and delete the names that are on D&D. But several years ago, TRAI, probably under pressure from very rich and powerful telecom companies and all the banks and insurers who send out these messages, has just ignored D&D. Ignored it to the point that sometimes when you tell a telemarketer that you are on D&D, they actually laugh and sneer at you because they know that TRAI doesn't give a damn. Now, once the door is open to regular telemarketers, all our biggest names who are bombarding you all the time, asking you if you want a credit card, then the dubious ones also come in. So here's what happened on 6th April. Dhani sent out these mails. People were bombarded. They took to social media to complain. We're showing you some tweets where people said, I have nothing to do with Dhani or India Bulls. Why am I being harassed? Some of them said, I'm on DND, so why am I being harassed? I have nothing to do with India Bulls. I have no borrowing. Why am I being harassed? So we took it up. I asked India Bulls what's going on. They checked and they said it was a human error, an inadvertent problem, and that they were sending messages of apology. Took some time, but by the end of that day, most people, not all, most people got messages and calls to apologize and say, please ignore the last message, it was a mistake. Now, the date is significant. This happened on 6th April. On 1st April, following court cases, following attempts to stop things, this new TRAI rules have become applicable. They are called the Telecom Commercial Communications Customer Preference Regulations of 2018. Mind you, we are in 2021. These were not made effective, which check fake SMSs and SMS headers masquerading as legitimate ones. All this was supposed to stop after the regulations in 2018. Nothing had happened. Then there was a court case, like I said, in February, in the Delhi High Court order. Then in March 8th is when it was supposed to be effective. I don't know what they did, but a lot of people had problems getting their OTPs. So it was put on hold, and on 1st April, these regulations became applicable. Now, what do these regulations do? They say that data has to be scrubbed. First of all, they will validate who the telemarketer is, and data has to be scrubbed. In fact, let me say exactly what they say. Like I said, the court refused to quash an attempt to delay this further after March 8th. The OTP issue was resolved by the end of the month, and from 1st April, new regulations became applicable. Okay. What did they say? The new guidelines require every SMS or text message to be verified before it is delivered. In order to comply with this and ensure that these are legitimate messages, telemarketers have to register themselves with what is called a distributor ledger technology platform, which is a DLT. The DLT makes the effort of scrubbing the data against the DND registry, verifying who the telemarketer is, ensuring that the messages are not fraudulent, and then sending it out to you. Even then, you have got the Dhani messages. Now keep that in mind and keep it aside. There is another bit of friction that's going on about who is sending this out. So the Economic Times had written that telemarketers had alleged that Tanla Solutions, which is an implementing partner for this DLT platform, it provides it to all the telecom companies, was itself a telemarketer through an app that it has, and controls 40% of the market. Now, Tanla is a highly successful company, much appreciated by TRAI, and its stock has gone up 2000% in the past year. But keep that again aside, that's another story. So now you have two sets of things. You have the rules that got applicable on 1st April, yet on 5th, Dhani's app went berserk and sent out spam messages. When I asked Ankit Banga about this, he said payment reminders were a mistake. I've already told you that, and he wants to reassure people and says that they're working to ensure that this won't get repeated. Now, the point I made to him earlier in a phone call is, what about the fact that people who said they're on a DND list also got messages, which means that after 1st April, this list that India Bulls has not been scrubbed to delete people who, in fact, it's a very verified, personalized list because each one's name was mentioned over there. And this has not been done. That's very clear, because otherwise on 6th April, there's no way that someone on the DND list should have got it. Now, what TRAI has done is created 3 pipelines to send out data. One is a promotional pipeline, which is for advertising kind of messages. One is a financial one for transactions like the OTP. And the third is a service one, where if you are registered with someone, they are telling you about maybe a reminder, maybe details about a payment that's made. So there are 3 pipelines. Clearly, the promotional pipeline got triggered as though, so the list that should have been on a promotional pipeline got triggered on a transactional one, and people got sent reminder messages when they had absolutely nothing to do with Dhani and India Bulls. So tech expert Srikanth, who tweets with the handle Logic, brought out another angle in one of his tweets. He said a lot of people are complaining about Dhani, this app, and the SMS spamming. But he says what happened here is that they have a CPaaS partner called Karix Mobile, which is basically using the transactional pipe for the promotional message to bypass DND. This is the point that I'm making, and that's what I asked Ankit Banga, who's the marketing head of Dhani. He didn't want to talk about Karix Mobile and the role that it had to play, and he insists that the database has been built up by Indiabulls because people either registered, contacted them. Now, this is contrary to what people are saying in their tweets on Twitter, but it raises an interesting and important question. This has happened 5 days after new rules were operational. They call it a human error. It could well be, I'm not casting aspersions, tech errors happen to the best of us. But if TRAI is serious, and remember, TRAI's first job is to protect us, the consumers. So TRAI needs to step in, needs to investigate whether this was a human error, needs to look at these issues about why people on DND are on that list even after 1st of April. And it can't be a simple case of, oops, sorry folks, we made a mistake, tech. That won't do. You have new rules. We will know from 1st April, the clock is ticking for TRAI. Are you serious about protecting us, or does it need another court case before things get set right? Whether you step in and investigate will show your intentions as a regulator towards us, the customers. If you agree, please share this message, talk to people, let's get alert and aggressive so that the regulator works for our interest and is not captured by telecom operators and big advertisers. If you like this video, please spread the message. Thank you so much.